Regardless on how painful your past was, eventually you must learn to accept, forgive, and forget the pain and all things related to it, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. We need to note that reclamation here is created and proposed by younger generation that did not feel the pain and feel the discrimination that happened in the past, ladies and gentlemen. So, definition: historically discriminated groups, minorities groups because of sexuality and gender identity, race or ethnicity, for example LGBT groups, African American, and etc. And reclaiming derogatory terms refers to reappropriation of disparaging words for specific groups to achieve a sense of distinctiveness and pride. Simple words to positively revalue attributes that previously has been considered negatively, ladies and gentlemen. For example, in English words, is queer for homosexual, slut way to define a seemingly overly promiscuous woman, and the terms the NIGGA for African American, ladies and gentlemen. So what is our aims? Our aim is to minimize the damaging implication of stigma, but to transform and enhance the way the group is treated and evaluated. And here we need to prove to you that why reclaiming the derogatory term is not justified, and second of all is even if there's benefits, there's still a lot of way to achieve more benefits and better way, ladies and gentlemen. So jump to our argument, which is why it is justified for us to not allow these harmful terms, these hurtful terms. The first is the impact to their own group. That we believe that social categorization is bad. And why it is bad, ladies and gentlemen? Because the implication of group membership for self-esteem are contingent upon the positive or negative evaluation of the groups in relation to other groups. So social identity is inherently relational, relative, and comparative. Moreover, we believe that it's going to distinct themselves, and they put barriers with other groups that has bad history with them. For case studies, that black people create their own exclusive neighborhood in USA. For example, in Denver, what happened there, ladies and gentlemen? This create a friction between the black community with the white community. We don't want this, ladies and gentlemen, because for the first place that the younger generation proposed this proposal, it was to eliminate the boundaries between the white people and the black people, but it's going to worsen the status quo right now, ladies and gentlemen. So we believe that it's going to be more harmful if we still stick with allowing these hurtful terms in the status quo. And the second impacts to the other groups themselves. So they're going to share the fate of being discriminated and being limited, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to use the terms for themselves. What happened here, ladies and gentlemen? They're going to use sarcastic words that they're going to tell the society that they're being the victim from the first place. At the past, they're being the victim. That they're the other communities and other society is the one to be blamed, that this society are the one that discriminated, that they are the one that is not actually the better society, ladies and gentlemen. So what will mostly happen in that scenario, ladies and gentlemen? That the friction between these particular groups and with the minorities groups is going to be very bad, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want this to happen, because what we believe that I think that everyone will agree that the goal here to actually make the nation society blends in, and they're going to the peace that we're trying to pursue is not going to happen if we're allowing this hurtful terms still used in the society, ladies and gentlemen. And no peace could be achieved in that scenario. And the third impact is which to the individuals themselves. We believe that in school that best friends could be anyone, right? Even like for black people and white people, they could be siblings. For if we still use these hurtful terms, that actually it's going to be for particular groups, it's going to be very disturbing for them to hear those kind of words. It's going to create friction that we don't want it to begin with, ladies and gentlemen. So what are we trying to propose as the proposition? We believe there's still another way for us to pursue peace rather than use these hurtful terms in society. For example, Barack Obama already proved to us that a person from a distinguished society, a person from a group that already being discriminated in the past, can actually prove to the society that they have the capability, that they have the potential to be treated equally among the society, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, we do believe that we need to let these words go, and we need actually move on. But ladies and gentlemen, we do believe that we need to learn from the past, but we don't need to actually not forget about the past. Let's us learn about the past and actually won't do that in the future. That is a greater generation. There are many other great individuals like Obama. This create a more effective way for us to actually create a better society, that each group's minorities or even majorities can actually blend in one particular society, ladies and gentlemen. As proposition, we still believe that it's not going to be better if we're still going to let this hurtful terms still out there in the society. Therefore, we're not going to allow these hurtful terms to be used anyway. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.